Hey everyone, Amelia here from Higher Standards Caregiver Training. Whoops, better turn that off. Okay, all right, we're back. Amelia here from Higher Standards Caregiver Training, here for your weekly 10-minute 2-tip Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central, every Tuesday live here on LinkedIn. So excited to be here as always. I'm hoping to bring you some of the most valuable educational content for free in just 10 minutes that you're going to get all week. As always, this is for educational purposes only. If anything that I say to you makes you think of someone that you know, someone that you work with, someone that you love, it makes you think that they might need services from a licensed healthcare provider, then please make sure that you advocate for that person to get the services that they need, as this is for education purposes only. Okay, so if you are a regular viewer of 10-minute 2-tip Tuesday, then you know that every week I give one tip for caregivers and one tip for caregiving organizations. If you're not familiar, if this is the first time you've ever seen it, then now you know. That's usually how it goes. However, in light of the holidays, I thought we would switch it up just a little bit. So today, this first tip, oh, by the way, I'm sure you can see I'm wearing my holiday sweater. It's pretty amazing. It's got a couple of llamas on it. I've got some live trainings going on today, so I thought it'd be fun to have an ugly sweater thing going on for the trainings. Anyway, so but I digress. So we're going to switch it up a little bit today because, you know, caregivers, whether it's a professional caregiver or a family caregiver, it's a hard job. And being a family caregiver in particular at this time of the year can be really difficult. It's an isolating time. It's an isolating part of life. It can feel very isolating to be a family caregiver at any time of year, but especially over the holidays, it can be especially tough. So today, my first tip is actually not for caregivers. It is rather for all of those of us who are currently non-caregivers in the world, to go out and find a way to show gratitude and support to the caregivers in your lives. These might be family caregivers in your own family. They might be friends that you love who are caring for their own loved ones. They might be professional caregivers in your own life that work with you in your organization, or perhaps that care for your loved ones. Regardless, take this moment, take this time during the holidays to find a way to show gratitude, care, and support to that caregiver. And there are so many ways that you can do this. You know, if you're thinking about showing support to a family caregiver, there are definitely things that you can do. It could be as simple as scheduling a visit, and I do recommend scheduling that visit, you know, rather than just showing up to someone's house or wherever they are unannounced, just because, you know, family caregivers often have so many things on their plate. There's so many things going on. It's really nice to have that visit, but it's also nice to know when it's going to happen so that they can be prepared and make sure that everyone's ready so that they can really enjoy it. So, but just turning up for a scheduled visit to check in and say hello and catch up, see how things are going. It could be as simple as dropping off a meal or a special treat for that person and the person that they're caring for. It could be something even as simple as offering to come and provide some respite care for an hour or two, so that that caregiver can go out, take care of themselves, maybe treat themselves to something, go run errands, or even go to their own doctor's appointments. You know, anything that you can do to step in and show that support and gratitude is going to go a long way. And then the challenge is to find a way to carry through that support and that gratitude and continue to demonstrate it for the rest of the year. Because of course, caregivers aren't caregivers just some of the time, they're caregivers all of the time. So any way that we can continue to demonstrate that support consistently throughout the year is something that is going to be very, very welcome. Not necessarily always the easiest thing to do, but when we think about the jobs that our caregivers have taken on, it's definitely something that we can all find a way to step in and help provide that support and that care to these family caregivers. Of course, if we're talking about professional caregivers, these folks also have an extremely hard job. They're there caring for people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're there during the holidays. Of course, there are, as a healthcare provider, I have spent many holidays, at work caring for folks because care doesn't stop. There are no holidays for it. So definitely let the professional caregivers in your life know how much you support them, how thankful you are for them in the jobs that they're doing every day. Because really, really, these caregivers, professional caregivers, family caregivers, they really help make our world go around. Okay, so that's the first tip of the day, is to try and find a way, and for non-caregivers, actually, try to find a way to help show gratitude and support for the caregivers in your life. Okay, tip number 2 for caregiving organizations. Along the same lines, and now I don't think most organizations need to be told in any way, shape, or form that, especially at this time of the year, it's a great time to show gratitude for the caregivers who work for that organization. In fact, I know that all of the caregiving organizations that I work with are definitely going way above and beyond right now to demonstrate how thankful they are for their incredible caregivers that work in that organization. Now is a great time to do that. But I also want you to think again about how you're going to, in the next year, continue to demonstrate that gratitude for the caregivers in your organization, continue to demonstrate that support, and continue to invest in your caregivers in a way that lets them know that you care, that you value them, that you value their health and their welfare, and that you understand how important they are to your organization. Because without caregivers, there are no caregiving organizations. So that is actually it for me today. I think I'm wrapping up a little bit early, but it's really just a simple message today. Show gratitude, about showing gratitude, showing support as much as we can for those amazing caregivers in our lives. And as part of caregiving organizations, making sure that we are thinking not just about the holiday season, but also thinking beyond that to how we can continuously deliver and invest in our caregivers to make sure that they know how important we think they are, and to let them know that we value them and are thankful for them all year long. All right, happy holidays, everyone. I hope that everyone is safe and healthy and well as always. I will be back next week for the year's very last 10-minute 2-Tip Tuesday, next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I've got some changes coming up then that I'll tell you a little bit about and announce. So definitely check it out. Looking forward to it as always. And until then, everyone, take care. Bye.